Trigger warning, my AKAPADers. We have a 80s property hot take. GoBots is as good as or better than Transformers. Let's go.
Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
Let's just get right into it. But guys, it's the weekend. It's animation weekend. We're talking Challenge of the GoBots here. And this is an interesting cross-section for me because we all know Transformers. And we all love that Transformers 1986 animated movie. Death of Optimus Prime. The Rise of Rodimus. I'm still a Rodimus head. I love Rodimus Prime. Love the music. Transformers, a movie immortalized with Boogie Nights, the Paul Thomas Anderson film. Got an episode on him too around this time, so check that out. The fall of the films of P.T. Anderson, by the way, guys. So trigger warning on that one too. So Transformers becomes this thing. Michael Bay, Megan Fox, billion dollar franchise. You can drive down to Orlando, Florida, and you can jump on the Transformers ride. And it's pretty damn awesome. It's a really good ride. Exclusive merchandise. And Transformers is still on shelves today, rock and rolling. But there was a little bit of a dark period, right? Transformers Armada, Beast Wars, later episodes, Beast Machines. I was the only one that watched Beast Machines. And then we have G2, all that dumb neon stuff, right? Like Devastator going orange and yellow. He's green, a-holes. And it seemed like at one point that Transformers died off, just like GoBots had. But then this Transformers 1986 movie, the animated film, it resonates. It saves everything. Enough of a hardcore base to where when the Michael Bay movie came out and they echoed a couple lines and the violence of that movie, it was enough to fuel that franchise for 20 years. And we're still in it today. I mean, to bring back Michael Bay to direct and produce the next Transformers movie, because they ain't like not Michael Bay guys doing it. But then we get GoBots, premiered before Transformers. I believe it hit the toy shelves before Transformers. It predates Transformers. And a few years ago, for the March of Robots, and you guys know I do a lot of sketchbook challenges. I have them all over my social media. One year I did GoBots. I did a whole sketchbook of GoBots. And I kind of did them from what I remember the GoBots, what they were like in Challenge of the GoBots. My father taped that for me off of USA Network or maybe even HBO or something. But I had a taped version of that movie and I would watch it. And I loved the beginning of GoBots Rock Lords because it was violent too. Like it's all out war. And then they end up on this rock world. And the rock characters are cooler than the Wreck-Cars. It's funny how the two movies echo each other. I thought that the GoBots set up the next generation of toys way better than Transformers did. And as a child, I loved the Rock Lord toys. Masters of the Universe had meteorites. And there was just like a good run of transforming rock toys. It's a cool thing, guys. So 20, 30 years go by. I don't watch anything GoBots. That sketchbook I made, my intent was to make the GoBots as ferocious warriors. And my reference for that was I would Google what the toys looked like. Because you have to go through 30 plus drawings for a sketchbook challenge. And then recently I sat down to watch Challenge of the GoBots. It came up. It's on Amazon Prime. I believe I previously might have been on Tubi. A lot of the Tubi, like the cartoon library that was on Tubi at one time, is on Prime now. So you can get it in two ways. And I'm watching this. I'm saying to myself, well, Challenge of the GoBots has way better human characters and human relationships. Sidekill is as dangerous as Megatron. Leader 1 has to overcome as much as Optimus Prime. And then we have some of the same gimmicks. But the world of Challenge of the GoBots, the people catch on. The world catches on to who and what the GoBots are way quicker. It's very interesting. And I'm watching this and I'm digging it. And I'm coming to you in the air of wanting to watch more of this show. I think it's underrated. I think it's overlooked. I think when people discuss mature robot, intergalactic, Civil War, warriors, generals, foot soldiers on Earth, mixed with humans, Challenge of the GoBots is as good as Transformers. A lot of those earlier Transformer episodes, too, are tough to watch. They just are. They kind of suck. Challenge of the GoBots, I think, comes right out of the gate and is far more engaging far faster than Transformers. Here's the big caveat, though, right? Because we got to try and find what the true difference is. Transformers has the colors and the designs. The designs that Marvel Comics and Marvel Animation came up with. Truly iconic, to where people waited decades for those designs that ended up in the comics, but later in the comics too, by the way, guys. And what they saw at home and then later saw in 1986 Transformers, they had to wait a long time to get those designs as toys. Officially, no third party. People waited. They waited. GoBots doesn't quite have that design. They don't quite have the color pop or the absolute distinct, or you might even say stereotypical personalities. That could be the one bridge. But AKAPAD, as a form of entertainment, and let's just say entertainment / commercial for toys, Challenge of the GoBots might be the most overlooked series of all of the 80s AKAPAD, and it had a true run. I believe it had 65 episodes. September 8th, 1984. The Fantastic World of Hanna-Barbera. Yogi Bear. Alright, AKAPAD, it's Animation Weekend. Get yourself a big bowl of cereal. Let's go.
Okay, that's a wrap.